Let's all play What's My Line?
Thank you. Good day, all bodies. My goodness, I tell you, I think if Dana's shirt and Soupy's pants ever got together, they'd have some day. Well, they're sitting down now, so it's hard to tell. No. See? I tell you.
I had some left over. We made her a top.
What time you got to get those suits back on the table, though? Melba, you look very Egyptian today.
Thank you. I feel Egyptian. I didn't know any Egyptian words.
I know.
If she feels Egyptian, I'm leaving.
And I know she's Egyptian because I tried to kiss her and she went, tut, tut.
Well, welcome to What's My Line anyway, everybody. During the next 30 minutes, you'll meet some interesting people engaged in occupations which we hope will baffle our panel. In addition, the panel will face a celebrity mystery guest a little later on. Right now, let's meet our first challenger. Will you enter and sign in, please?
That heel fan is getting out of hand.
Rachel Tremblay. Rachel Tremblay. Is it Miss or Mrs.? Mrs. Rachel Tremblay. Where are you from?
Biddeford, Maine.
Biddeford, Maine. Okay, we'll tell you this. Mrs. Tremblay performs a service. She stands before you, wearing some of the tools of her trade. We will now show the audience just what service she performs.
She does?
Could we see what Miss Tremblay's service is? There we are. How about that? Okay, let's start the game with Soupy Sales.
She goes with the Jolly Green Giant.
Okay, 1 down and 9 to go.
Yeah, we all have to...
One wild guess, everybody.
I said dust ceilings.
Dust Ceilings is 1 down and 9 to go. You want some more bad ones?
She's a professional midget who is acting on the advice of her psychoanalyst.
2 down and 8 to go. Anybody else have it?
She puts up wallpaper.
Puts up wallpaper. 3 down and 7 to go, and let's start with Soupy
Okay,
Sales.
now this thing that Miss Tremblay does, is it... And you say that she performs a service?
Right.
And you wear this in the service?
Right.
Now, you wear that... So, how about it? Would it involve a home filled with water?
No.
It would not involve a home filled with water, so that's now 5 down and 5 to go. Dana?
For me to guess, I have to know one thing. Can you bounce on those things?
No.
No, she cannot bounce on that, so that's 6 down and 4 to go. Gene?
Can I assume that those devices you have on your feet have anything to do with what you do? or you just wear those here?
Yes, you may assume that.
Is your job listed, I'm on this today, is your job listed in the Yellow Pages?
Yes, it is.
Right.
Yes, it is.
Do you perform your service in a house, in a home?
In a house. Yes.
Right. Do I call you when something is wrong in my house?
Yes.
You
Right.
could conceively
Right.
call her when
Does it have
something's
anything
wrong.
to do with plumbing or electricity?
No, it does not. Okay, that's 7 down and 3 to go.
Do you use some other special equipment performing the service you
Yes,
do?
yes,
Is the other equipment something that you hold in your hand?
Yes.
Do you also wear something other than what you're wearing now when you perform this service?
Well, long pants.
She could, yes.
Can we say safely that your service is not a seasonal one? It's not just something you do in the summer or in the winter?
No.
No.
No?
No, you don't.
No, you are correct in
We are
assuming
correct.
that it can be done
All
at any
right.
time.
Is your service one that the average person would have to avail themselves of at least once in a lifetime?
Not necessarily.
Has anybody ever come to your
Not
house like
necessarily,
that?
Melba. So let's say that's 8 down and 2 to go. Soupy, you want to have a shot at it?
And it has, but she says she holds some other equipment in her hand while you do this job. It's done in the house?
In the house.
Is it done it can be done in any room?
Any room.
Any room. The thing, is it so that you, well, someone mentioned painting or wallpapering. Does it have anything like that?
No.
No, it's not in the papering or wallpapering
Is it
family.
in
Donna,
the
what do you...
fumigating business?
No, it's not the fumigating
She
business.
stamps on ants.
Stamps on it. What do you say, Gene?
I want to know if this has anything to do with making the house look better rather than saving it from the ravages of whatever that counteracts.
Yes, it does make it look better.
And it's not papering. You have anything to do with home decorating?
No, I'll tell you what it is, Gene. It's a no. She is a plasterer. She plasters ceilings in homes. For the New England Homes Incorporated of Biddeford, Maine. Rachel, do you always work on stilts?
I always do, yes.
Why do you work on stilts rather than have a ladder?
It's easier. You save a lot of time.
In what way? Oh, you have to move the ladder around.
Up
get
and
that-
down, yes.
I see. And
move
is
it.
that the normal height that you work on?
No, it's a lot higher. But
is
these
it
are new.
Because that's adjustable.
And you're breaking them in.
Right.
Rachel, thank you very much for being with us on What's My Line. We'll be back with our next challenger as What's My Line continues. Okay, thank you. We're back, and time for our next challenger. Would you enter, please, sir, and sign in? Dan R.J. This is Mr. Dan R.J. Where are you from, Mr. R.J.?
New York.
Fine. Now then, panel, Mr. R.J. works in the area of visual arts. Visual arts will now show the audience just what his line is. And let's start the questioning on this one with Melba Tolliver.
Mr. R.J., does your line of work involve still photographs?
No, it doesn't.
Well, could it?
It could.
Sometimes it does, but it doesn't essentially.
All right, does that give
But
me a
we'll
yes
give you
or
a
no?
qualified yes, and you can push ahead.
All right. Visual arts. Are we trying to find out now what kind of service he performs, or exactly what his
What he
visual
does.
arts are?
Right.
All right. Sometimes it could. Do you use unusual materials in putting together these pieces of work?
Yes, usually.
Uh-huh. Are they some kind of vegetable materials?
They could be.
They could be. Do you use some unusual tools in doing your work? When I say unusual, something...
You mean, are the tools that he uses unusual, or are
the
unusual?
tools you use unusual for what you do with them?
No.
Not really, no. Okay, it's 1 down and 9 to go, Soupy.
I may be wrong, but I think you're wonderful. But the term visual arts is sort of confusing to me. But is it, like you say, you could work, could you maybe make something or produce something in a visual way that is supposed to be something, but it's another thing? Like for example,
that question.
they make something taste that it's spinach, but it doesn't taste like spinach.
Soupy, that is a definite no if ever I heard one. That is even a no question. Donna, what do you think? Donna,
Could I have my check, please?
I'm also confused about visual. Is it something that, as you look at it, it moves, it changes shape?
It does
this
on
visual-
occasion. It can.
It doesn't necessarily have to
No.
do so.
it doesn't necessarily change as you watch it. No. Gene?
Am I
3
correct?
down, 7 to go.
Yeah, visual arts, am I correct in assuming it has nothing to do with girl watching? 'Cause
That is
a
correct.
That's
It
a
has nothing
visual
to do with
art.
girl watching.
Now, you make works of art out of all sorts of things. One time on this show, we had a guest who worked in the dump. Would that be a good place for you to collect material for your art?
It has happened.
Well, then I guess it has happened.
Yeah, I've talked to some of the critics. Are you in the field of sort of any relative to collage?
It's such a broad relationship that you would scarcely consider
So
them
you'll
even
give me a
30-second
qualified yes,
cousins.
right?
Give me a qualified no and move on to Melba.
Your visual arts, are they bought by individuals?
No.
No, it's not bought
No.
by an individual. 5 down, 5 to go, Soupy.
Would it be something like you would have a clock and it would have somebody's picture on it or something like that? Is that the kind
No,
of thing? We're
Nothing
not
like that.
nothing like that.
Donna, 6 down and
If
4
it
to
can't
go.
be bought by visuals, is it individual by visuals? Okay, I'm right.
By individuals.
By individuals, would it be sort of maybe something in the sky or something like that that everybody can see from?
No, I tell you, you're 9 million miles away. We'll throw them all over. I'd like you to meet Dan R.J., who is the director of display for Bonwit Teller. He does all of their windows. All of the window display. For Bonwit Tellers, and uses almost all of the things that you brought up. How often do you change the windows?
Well, we change the windows once a week. We have 28 windows in New York that we change once a week.
And what about indoors? Do you change anything indoors, too?
Indoors, each floor has a day that it gets trimmed, yes.
Well, you know, your windows in Bonwit Tellers are not only extraordinary, but they're one of the things that makes Fifth Avenue so glamorous. Now, you've done some decorations for the White House also, I understand.
Yes, when Jackie Onassis was down there, I worked on some of the parties and did the Christmas decorations in the White House the years that LBJ was there, and also the altar for Linda Bird's wedding.
What would you say are the qualifications for your job? What does a man have to do that?
Well, it's very important to be able to use your hands and to have a sense of what looks well, a sense of taste, and dexterity, I would say.
Well, apparently you have that in a very high degree because you've been named the Display Man of the Year by the International Display Organization. And that's quite an extraordinary achievement, I think. So, panel, we thought we'd like to test your window dressing quotient right here on stage. Lloyd, could we have the curtain open, please? All right, now we're going to have two teams. Soupy and Donna on this side, and Gene and Melba on this side. Your job now is to dress
You
these
better
two
pull
mannequins.
yourself together, buddy.
You dress these two mannequins, and whoever gets it done the first and the bestest wins the prize. And neatness counts. Are you ready?
Listen, why can't
Can
they
I
have
start?
their hands on it?
You can put
please?
the hands on when
Got
you
a
get all
hangnail.
finished, because it'll make it easier for you.
I see.
Let them start with the undershirt. Ready, set, go.
Oh, you know how to put on.
I don't wear a strap.
This man doesn't like it.
You better put the arms up if you want to put an undershirt on, ladies.
Not me. That's fine. Not a shirt. That's
We're
how I
going to
put
get
it on.
butter in a minute.
His arms don't do it. Oh, there one.
Oh, his arms have to go up, gee.
That's not. Look, we'll dress him like a hippie. Leave him alone. Here, we're going to dress him like a hippie. Just throw him on there.
You don't have his hands on. Oh, put his hands in. It's fine. We're finished.
Melba's team is finished.
They're going to a masquerade party.
Yes.
Absolutely extraordinary. Extraordinary. Dan, would you come up for a minute, please? Dan, would you give us a professional opinion? Who really won this contest?
Who's going to stop traffic on 57th Street?
Well, I think as window dressers, they're very good entertainers.
So who wins?
I do.
We do. Their hand is
Imagination,
still off.
neatness.
This wins for imagination, this wins for neatness. Nobody gets a prize. Thank you very much for being with us, Dan. We'll be back with What's My Line in just a minute. We're back again, panel. Time for our mystery guest. And time for your blindfolds. Are they all in place? 1, 2, 3, 4 blindfolds in place. Okay, will our mystery guest enter and sign in, please? Okay, panel, this time it's one question at a time. You've got 3 minutes to establish the identity of our mystery guest, and we'll start the questioning with Soupy Sales.
Thank you, mystery guest. That was a marvelous ovation. Is that because the people would recognize you because you're a giant in the field of music?
No. No? Move on to Donna.
Is that a lady?
Is that her question?
No, I asked Soupy, so you wouldn't say.
I got my own problems.
Mr. Guest, do we know you because of your television appearances?
Not really.
No.
Have you appeared either, well, let's put it this way. Have you appeared in New York City in the last year in a motion picture?
I don't think so.
She doesn't think so. She may have. Melba?
Mr. Guest, are you known then for your... Are you known for your work in the entertainment field?
Yes.
For the first time in my life,
Soupy?
I'm gonna get it.
I think
Don't
I
you
know
say
who
it.
it is
I want
because
to
she's
say it.
like the great actress. It's Maureen Stapleton.
Yeah.
It is Maureen Stapleton.
Hi, Soupy.
I recognize a little thing in your voice because you have a distinctive voice.
Oh, I like when Donna said, "Is it a woman?"
Well, but it would have been the first time that I would have guessed the mystery guest, and you guessed.
Well, I didn't.
It's really...
I'll come back tomorrow.
All right.
I tell you, it's hard to know where to begin to talk to Maureen because her list of achievements is as impressive as anyone in the country ever was, really.
Steady, then.
And, well, it is. I mean, I'll read off some things, just for giggles. Be patient, and I'm going to compliment you. She was brilliant in The Country Girl, in The Gingerbread Lady. She won a Tony for the best performance by an actress at Plaza Suite, The Rose Tattoo, which made her a star, 27 Wagons Full of Cotton, Orpheus Descending, The Glass Menagerie, Toys in the Attic, Detective Story. She was nominated...
I'm really 120 years old.
And would you believe she did all that in 6 months? Mo, you just did something that I really thought was smashing. You went out to Los Angeles in Country Girl, and they had to change the booking of that because of something with your family that was more important to you than your career was.
Oh, yes. Well, my daughter was graduating from high school, and because I don't fly, I have to go by train. So I didn't play the last performance because I got in town the morning of the day she graduated.
But I think it's marvelous that the main thing was that she was there for her daughter's graduation.
Well, I wasn't going to do the show at all, and they said that they let me out.
Of course, I don't know about you, but I think I will be, with any luck at all, so relieved if my kids ever do graduate from high school. You must have had a great sense of relief and achievement.
Oh,
is she in show business now? Somebody
No,
said?
she did one movie and retired. That was it. It was a one-shot. She was in Summer of '42 2 years ago.
Oh, that's good.
And she enjoyed it and liked it, but that was the end of it.
What about your son? Is he going for the milk yet, or do you still have to get it?
Oh, my son is perfect. He just doesn't go for the milk or bring down the garbage. He doesn't see it. And I have to remember he doesn't see it the same way I do, you know. He walks over it. But I have to be patient.
Yeah.
Because 3 bags of garbage don't have the same effect on his brain as they do on
He collects them. Okay, listen, thank you for being with us,
Thank
Maureen.
you,
You are a marvel.
Thank you.
It's so good to see you.
What's My Line continues right after this word. Boy, I tell you, that Maureen Stapleton is really something with the kids. Soupy, did your kids graduate from school yet, from high school?
Yeah, they both, but my oldest boy, he spent 2 terms in the 12th grade.
What
And
was
it was
that?
Eisenhower's and Kennedy. But he graduated finally.
Melva, do people in your line of work have to have a college education or a high school education, or is it possible to be a news person with just a sense of the news?
I think that day is past. I think the old-timers probably didn't necessarily have that kind of training, at least college training and specializing in journalism, but that day is really past now. Everything's so complicated.
Yeah.
You've got to know to explain it.
Remember that, everybody. Don't drop out. We'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye. We'll see you on What's My Line.
This is Dennis Holy speaking for What's My Line, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.